Hello, and welcome back to Invest, Buy, and Sell with Jael. I'm Jael Thomas, and I'm a licensed real estate agent in Virginia and Maryland. Today, I'm going to be talking about property tours and showings. We always want to make a good impression on our clients. So, of course, number one, always be early. You want to beat your client to your showings. And when scheduling these showings, you want to be very considerate of your client. So I always check on Google first to see how far each showing is. Always start with the farthest from my client's home so that we can get all the way out where we need to be and work our way back systematically. So even in between each one, I'm looking on Google to see how far each one is to the next because we want to account during that showing time and window of scheduling for the next property, especially in a hot market when showings are back to back. You really want to get good at scheduling these properly because you don't want your client waiting around or missing opportunities. So once you got the scheduling down packed, make sure you send it via email and via text so that they can copy and paste those addresses as we go from house to house, place to place. So they'll love you for that, trust me. After that, I always have my MLS sheets printed for each listing. Of course, your clients are going to have questions for each showing, and the more showings that you see in properties, you're going to kind of forget and they're going to get muddled all together. So I use those MLS printouts to be able to give them the square footage, the year built, details that the agent wants us to share with them. And also, I take notes on there. So I know what they loved about it. I know what they didn't like so much. And I know what concerns they may have about the property that I need to address with the agent. So it's a win win for everyone. And we can stay very organized and systematic in our approach. Also, when you take your clients out, you want them to lead the way. You don't want to be in the way. You don't want to talk too much. Let them take in the property and pay attention to what they're saying and what they're thinking about the property. If they have questions, of course, you want to address those, but let them fill it out and see for themselves what they do and don't like. Don't try to be too salesy and pushing them on a property. You want your client to love where they're moving into, but you also want to guide them and tell them things that are important to know. So when you're doing these showings, make sure you're keeping your eyes open for latent and material defects. Agents don't always catch them, and sometimes sellers don't want agents to know that have listed the property that there are these issues. Say you go into a property after a huge rainstorm and you're seeing some spots in the ceiling. You're smelling some water when you go down to the basement, but it's been cleaned up. A good agent always knows. You know the smell of dampness. You have to be on your P's and Q's because at the end of the day, protecting your client is your number one goal. Also, I'm looking at the roof shingles. Is it lifting up? Are the gutters full of leaves, which can also cause water to get in there eventually? I'm looking around the perimeters to make sure I'm not seeing where watermarks used to be coming up in the floor. I'm looking at the drywall. Is it done properly? I'm looking at the paint. Was it cut? Did they tape the ceilings when they did that? I'm looking at the appliances. Are they functioning or are they falling apart and run down? All of these are big ticket items that you can save your client a headache from and even save yourself from putting in an offer that doesn't make sense if a lot of things need to be repaired and fixed. I hope this property tour video helped you in some way. If it did, please comment below and let me know that I'm doing a great job telling you my tips and tricks. If I'm not doing a great job, comment below as well. I love feedback. So thank you for tuning in to Invest, Buy, and Sell with Jael. I hope to see you next time. See you soon.